Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to Business Studies class. So, in the last class, we are discussed about modern techniques of managerial control. Okay, only 2 points we are discussed in this modern techniques. That is called as a return on investment and ratio analysis. Okay, so these two we are already discussed into the last class. Okay, today in this session we are going to discuss the remaining other types of modern techniques of managerial control. Okay, so that is called as number one is responsibility accounting. Okay, so next one, so that is responsibility accounting. Okay, what is this responsibility accounting? Responsibility. Okay, here each and every manager they taken certain responsibilities on the basis of the particular department, on the basis of their activities they are performed. That is called as the responsibility accounting. Okay, actually this responsibility accounting is one of the systematic accounting in which different sections makes. Okay, different sections are divisions and also departments of an organizations are set as a responsible centers. Okay, now in any organizations we make different departments. Okay, so each and every departments we are making different sections. Okay, different divisions. Okay, sections or divisions are made. Each departments or sections or divisions having certain responsible centers. Okay, having certain responsible centers. Okay, so in this responsible centers, each and every the head of each center is responsible for achieving the target set for the centers. Okay, here for example in department, for example in the production department, they have set certain targets. For example, in particular week, in this week we are going to produce 500 units. So this is the target set, 500 units in 1 week period of time. In 1 week they have set the target to produce the 500 units. Okay, they are also having to achieving these targets. That is the responsible for this particular department. So that's why each and every department one head is there, that is called as a departmental managers. Okay, they are having the fully responsibility to set the ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಏನ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾರ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ concept of the responsible accounting. The each and every business organizations having there are different departments or sections or divisions. Each divisions and sections having certain responsibilities. They make having the certain targets have set. So they are always try to achieving these targets. That is called as a responsible accounting. Okay, this they are having responsible accounting. They are having a different types of them. Okay, so different types of responsible accounting. So number one is cost center. Okay, this cost center is a one type of responsible accounting. A cost center, a cost is related. Cost means expenditure. Okay, what are all the going to amount should be investing in particular department for the purpose of expenditure. Okay, a cost or expense center, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ expense center ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, expense center is a segment of an organization in which manager held responsible only for the cost here. Okay, so here the cost center we can going to represent only for the cost. Here the manager can responsible for only for the cost. Manager are responsible for the cost are incurred in particular center but not for the revenues. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು 500 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 500 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ cost center. Okay, this is one type of responsible accounting. Okay, so another one is revenue center. Next type is revenue center. Okay, the next type of responsibility accounting is revenue center. Okay, revenue center just like opposite for the cost center. Here the manager can represent only for the revenues. Okay, it is in a segment of an organization which is represent primarily they can represent only for the revenue for each and every department, how much of revenue they can generate. That's what only we are concentrate here. Okay, that is called as a revenue center. Okay, for example, in the marketing department, okay, the marketing department, how much of revenue they can generate. So marketing, it is depend upon the sales, right? Okay, and the basis of this sales, how much of revenue or how much of income we are going to earn. On the basis of that, they are calculating this revenue. That is called as a revenue center. This is only we are concentrate on the revenue. Okay, so they are going to achieving the target set on the basis of the revenue. That is called as a revenue center. Okay, so next one type is profit center. Okay, so next type of responsibility accounting is profit center. Okay, so this is one of the another type of responsibility accounting. It is a segment of an organization whose a manager can only for responsible for the profits. Okay, so this you already know responsibility accounting having the separate segments or separate departments or separate divisions. So here only we can going to concentrate on the profits. We are going to achieve our target set of the profits. Okay, that is called as a profit center. So next one is investment center. So next type of responsibility accounting is investment center. Okay, so in this investment center, so basically we are going to represent only for the investment. We are going to, if any manager can concentrate on the basis of the investment. Okay, sometimes you also know the return on investment used on the basis of the judging the performance of an organization. Okay, just we are going to investment on the basis of the assets. Okay, how much of amounts we are going to invest on the basis of the assets and how much of get the return or return on investments should be get. So these both the concepts should be considered in this investment center. Okay, these are all the various different types of responsibilities accounting. Clear? One is cost center, then revenue center, then profit center, another one is investment center. Okay, so this is the concept of responsibility accounting. This is one type of modern techniques of managerial control. Clear? So next one is management audit. Management audit. The fourth one is management audit. Okay, so this is the another one type of modern techniques of managerial control. Management audit anta heltivi. Okay, so here just we are going to conducting the auditing into the management. Okay, into the departments for the purpose of knowing the performance or knowing the strength and weaknesses of the managerial activities. That's why we are going to conducting this management audit. Okay, so it is refers to one of the systematic appraisal to the overall performance of the organizations. Okay, you already know we are how to control the organization through the management. Okay, so just we are going to see the performance of the management. Okay, so that's why we are going to conducting the management audit. Okay, so the purpose is review the efficiency and effectiveness of the management and improve the performance for the future periods. Okay, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ ಏನು, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, so it is also defined as this management audit as one of the evaluation of functioning and performance and effectiveness of the management of an organization. Okay, just we are going to identify the effectiveness of the management. Okay, efficiency also it can be find out. Efficiency and effectiveness of management should be find out through the management audit. Okay, so this is the concept of management audit. So next, let's see what are the various different advantages of management audit. And even the management audit in the advantages and the anukulagalu enenide anta. Okay, it helpful to locate the present and potential responsible to the management into their functions. Okay, just already told. So in the management audit, it is helpful to improve the performance or efficiency and effectiveness of the management. Just you can go to easily find out this. That's why it is helpful to potential efficiency into the performance into the functions and also the easily achieving the organizational goals and objectives. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬೈ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಮಾನಿಟರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರ ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಒಂದು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವೋ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಓಕೆ, so this also you already know controlling it is one of the main important function of management at IOBA. You are going to implementing each and every activities into the organization. That's why this management audit also helpful to controlling the management system. Okay, this is also one of the advantage. So another one is, so it improves coordinating into the function is various different departments. Okay, you already know each and every department of the organizations are the interdependent, interlinked. So that's why it is helpful to maintain the good coordination between each and every departments into the organizations. They are work together effectively towards the easily achieving organizational goals and objectives. Okay, so here for example production and marketing. Okay, so having the both the department have the link between these two. They are also maintain the good coordination between these two departments. So that's why this management audit can help you to maintain the good coordination about our different department and easily achieving the organizational goals and objectives. Okay, that's why so the management audit should be helpful to easily achieving organizational goals through the maintenance of good coordination about different departments into the organization. Yeah? So this is also one of the advantages. Another one is it ensures updating and existing managerial policies into the environmental changes. You already know. Now we are going to changing working environment. Just we are going to work into each and every organizations on the basis of this changing environment. So we are also adopting or changing certain management policies and rules and regulations. That's why this management audit can helpful to changing the policies and strategies into the organization. Yeah. So these are all the various different advantages of this managerial audit.